Stepping back 50 years, a shire horse is led forward to be coupled up to the horse tram at Crich tramway village. It brings back strong memories for a couple of veteran volunteers, John Markham and David Holt. They were two of the first people to work at the tramway when it began in 1963. David still remembers the early days with a horse, borrowed from a local farmer, pulling the first tram. The horse would start when the driver rang a bell. But once a passenger rang the bell before the horse and tram were connected.
The horse set off and in a cloud of dust and followed the track, followed the crossover at the other end and stopped in the right place. And we had to push the tram full of passengers to take it to the horse, which just goes to show that the horse doesn't know that she's pulling that tram with all those passengers, completely unaware.
It was very much unmade ground. The track was all put down by ourselves as volunteers, and the horse car was a first stage in what we'd like to think of as a continuous progress ever since.
The museum's looking forward to the next 50 years.
The museum has grown so much over the time. To think we started with one horse tram and to think we now run a fleet of sort of 20 trams a season, it's absolutely fantastic.
And long may it continue.
Oh yes, definitely. We're so excited. You know, we've got to this milestone and we're looking forward to lots more coming up in the future, especially next year when it's 50 years since electric trams running here.
I suppose in some ways I started the downward trend of removal of the horse service because 12 months after we started, I started putting up some of the overhead wires. And I'm pleased to say the one I put up is still there 50 years later.
The tramway's patron, the Duke of Gloucester, drove this tram on his first visit in 1976. Now he's attempting something more unpredictable, driving the horse tram full of visitors.
There's no second gear, I hope.
No, it's slow, very slow.
So finally, with a Duke at the reins, it's time to start.
Walk on.
Walk on. Good work. Sorry.
Good one, walk on, walk on.
And with a car full of passengers, the horse tram sets off back into recent history. James Roberson, BBC East Midlands Today, Derbyshire.